Moving on, I'm still on the same. I'm still on the same meme. Call it a meme. Really, it's just a screenshot, but I'm in a different group. So it's the same meme, just a different group. And then I'm gonna go back to that other group and show you this thread that I saw of these girls, and they might have been trolling, but I don't know. Kind of doesn't really seem like they're trolling. So again, this is the same thread, or same meme, different thread, different group. All right. So this guy says, the guy would probably dump her for a younger hottie too. I say she deserves that. And that's a good point. You know, if you're hooking up with the guy for his money, he's always got that option to trade you in for a younger model, because when you don't have love, okay, and it's all about money, then that's what the guy has the potential of doing, right? This guy says, imagine thinking all women aren't like this. And that's a tough one. That's a tough one, because it seems like they all are. Seems like it. And this guy says, and I'm going to get into this comment for a second. He says, everything trades. Every relationship is based on a trade of valuable commodities. Gold diggers trade sex for money. Simps trade time for validation. Everyone is valuable. The only thing you have to ask yourself is if you are getting anything valuable in return for your time. Are you worth the price? Because if not, you can get a better deal somewhere else. Remember, everything trades. So that's a very commercialized, commoditized, commodity way of looking at it, putting people as if our value is sort of a trade commodity thing. It's an interesting way to look at it. In some ways it's true, but of course, you know, if we're taking it as a whole, it's pretty bullshitty. So I say trade, ... okay, but what about shared? If you look at love like a trade scenario as opposed to a sharing scenario, then you're kind of a sad sack, but lots of people do. And that's kind of how I feel. It's like, okay, I'm just trading something. I mean, yes, in a sense you could say that. You could say like, oh, we're just trading. But it's more like, what are you sharing? You're giving something, the other person's giving something. Trading is a really kind of shallow, kind of just not a good way to look at it. So this guy says, unironically, the first time I agree with you. Okay, so this is the original guy who said you're trading. So now he gets into his little evolution bullshit. He says, yes, you are correct, but assume that women are, but you assume that women are rational and patient, and not impulsive, emotional, and illogical. Unfortunately, that's true. They are not patient, and they are impulsive, emotional, and illogical. Unfortunately, they are big children. I agree with that too. Do you think they will uphold a long-term contract for future benefit, or size the opportunity to upgrade for what they perceive is the bigger, better deal? Unfortunately, a lot of these women are, you know, trading resources for quote-unquote love, right? They are trading sex for resources, and then they slap the label on that of love. He says, if you think that women are rational, just open your eyes and look around. Women only ever operate on what they instinctively want in the moment. Unfortunately, I agree with that for the most part right now. For most women. Take a fairy tale of romance and put yourself in the girl's position. Do you think women like chivalry because of honor or because it gives them physical benefits? Romance is the male servitude distilled to its essence. Yeah, because it's the men chasing the women, and isn't that very convenient? And they like that, and they just sit back and they let the men fight over them. And isn't that wonderful? Isn't that very convenient and powerful? But again, you have to beg the question: what's the ultimate result of that? Is it love? Is it real, genuine love? Are they really seeking for real love, or are they seeking for the best benefit? Right? And then, of course, you factor in looks, money, status, and then you have to say, true love is very rare. Real, genuine, true love is very rare. Oftentimes, it's just he's in good shape, he's a good-looking guy, he's got money, he's got status. These things, you know, looks, money, status, and that's their idea of romance, and oftentimes they just become hoes, they become whores. And anyway, does love really last, or is it just a good situation, a comfortable scenario where the man has the right amount of finances and she decided to settle down with him, right? These are wonderful questions. So let's go on. So he says, men's attention is a currency for them. Totally agree with that. And men are just tools to perform functions. I agree with that too. They use us as tools. Men are utility. I've been saying that for years. This notion of everlasting love is a male biological imperative to secure procreation. Don't agree with that. Don't agree with that. That's like getting in someone's mind and telling them, oh, you don't really want love, you just want to procreate. Like, fuck off. I know the difference. Women are incapable of experiencing it. Well, what you just said wasn't true. The notion of everlasting love is a male biological, and that's like saying, oh, you don't really want love, you just want to procreate. Like, fuck off. I know the difference between love and having kids, and that's not the drive. So I'm gonna get into this link here, Briffelt's Law, Women Rule. I'm gonna get into this link here in a minute. So I say, yes, I agree. I don't know why this shit is like, on my phone, it's focusing in and focusing out. It'll be real sharp for a second, then it'll get out of focus. Sorry about that. So I say, yes, I agree, doesn't mean it's right. Then he hits me back with, God, I'm trying to get this to fucking focus. Only from the male perspective. Women's perspective is they have a limited time where they are admired and cherished by mankind. Just 10 years and they're going to exploit the shit out of it. All you have to know as a man is that you should never feel responsible for a girl who never gave you her best. I mean, that's not a bad... The last thing he said wasn't a bad point. I mean, yes, you shouldn't... It's not your fault if a girl didn't give you her best and she's just using you. That's a good point, and it would help guys who get hurt. And that has helped me in the past where I've gotten hurt and I realized this bitch is not even quality, and she didn't even love me, and she was just, she just liked me for some biological fucked up reason, like I was a bad boy, or she just had whimsical emotions for me at a certain point. So there's some truth to that last sentence here, but all this shit is nonsense. Only from the male perspective. Women's perspective is they have a limited... I mean, yeah, unfortunately that's what it's boiled down to, but I think they can do better. Everlasting love is a symbol of men's biological role as protector. Bullshit. That's not their role to play. They don't feel the same way we do. No, actually the opposite is true. Everlasting love is a symbol of men's biological role as protector. I think it's the opposite. I think women view men as the protector and they slap the label of that on love, and I don't think any of that shit is love. I think love is about mutuality, and it's about caring about, it's about loving someone. I mean, if you don't know what love is, you are fucked in the head. You're fucked in your emotions. You have to know what love is. And if you just boil it down to this biological, scientific, evolutionary bullshit, then you're fucked up. And I don't know how there's so many guys who are this fucked up, but very few. It's just weird to me. Anyway, so I say, that's a bunch of shit. Love is shared feelings for another person. Real love is caring for someone despite any outward drawbacks. But unfortunately, most women aren't like that. There's always a rare one, though, and that's just 100% true. Love is having feelings for somebody, which is deeper than just affection, deeper than just friendship. Real love is caring for someone despite any outward drawbacks, meaning the environment could change, your finances could change, circumstances could change, and then if you don't stick with that person, then it's not real love. It's a circumstantial type of situation, agreement, scenario, trade-off, like even this guy said, and that unfortunately happens a lot. It's just, don't call that love, because it's not. Love is chemicals in the brain. It's a chemical bath. This is this guy saying this. It's a chemical bath for your brain. If you've ever loved, you realize that it merely casts a special aura against the person. So I can already tell this guy has not really loved anyone deeply. He's maybe had some crushes and things like that, but he hasn't loved someone in a real, genuine way. And that's unfortunate that there's a lot of people out there like this. It's just obvious he's never experienced real love, and he doesn't know how it feels. It's no different than addiction by chain smoking. So yes, this is 100%. He has a very shallow type of understanding of what love is. He maybe had a crush at a certain point. Maybe he's a young guy. When you know what love is, you know that it's something much different than that. But it works differently than the two sexual dysmorphic instincts. Men have dominance, which drives them to accumulate resources. I don't think that's healthy. I don't think it's normal. I think that, it's men competing with other men, to me, is cringy. It's I'm not saying it doesn't happen. I'm not saying that it hasn't advanced society in a lot of ways. It's just cringy. I don't know. Which drives them to accumulate resources. Yeah, well, guess what? Resources and materialism is not love. It might make you happier in some ways. It might make your life more easy, etc., but it's not love. To fight off other men. Oh wait. Be personally responsible and self-actualized. To fight off other men. Discover how the world works. See, this is a bunch of bro science shit. I'm not saying some of it's not true in certain angles from certain viewpoints, but as an accumulation, what he's saying is just kind of nonsense. I don't say it's nonsense. It's just stupid. And I'm not saying that guys aren't like this. I'm saying it's just not what men should be, per se. Go out into the unknown, seek personal freedom and dominion over everything, protect his family. That's all very idealistic, but realistically, we just what we are. So to say, oh, I'm going to seek this type of man who's so amazing, that's not love. Again, it's not love. None of this shit is love. It's just some aspects of what some men do, and it's lumped together in this biological, philosophical spiel that he's got going on. And a lot of guys say this exact same shit. A lot of guys online are saying this because this is what they really believe. Women have hypergamy, which drives them to collect high-status men. But what are they doing with that hypergamy? Are they really finding love with it? Are they settling down with the right types of guys? No. And divorce is at 50+%. So obviously this hypergamy is warped and it's not working. Beat them away from other women. Explore only the world that men have cleared. Seek men with the bigger, better deal. To seek aggressive men when they feel safe. And seek providers when they feel vulnerable. There's some truth to that one. To seek aggressive men when they feel safe and see. So these are bad traits. Some of these are bad traits. Protector. Some of these are bad traits for both men and women. Toxic traits. Seeking the man who has the best materialism, highest status. That is not a quality trait. That's the toxic trait. And it turns women into whores, and it's evident all throughout society. You can see it. So anyway, like I said, I'm not saying things don't play out like that a lot in reality, but it's not real love, and real love does exist. It's just rare. So then this fuckboy comes in and says, it serves no biological purpose for the woman, only for the man. Bullshit, because what happens when you get divorced and the woman has to raise her kids on her own? Then she's just going to look for another provider, and then they're going to raise kids in a household where the parents don't really love each other. There's not a lot of love and affection. It's just a scenario, and that's not how you want to raise kids. That's not ideal. Why would it exist for her? She can love her kids unconditionally, just not a man. That's true, unfortunately. Unfortunately, a lot of women can really love their kids unconditionally, but they don't love men unconditionally. It's fucked up, and it needs to change. So I say, because love is real, it's a real thing. It's just sad that most women haven't evolved to realize it. And he says, what makes you think that they were ever designed to evolve at that level at all? In the Kohlberg model of moral development, known as the justice model, there are 6 stages. Men can evolve to. So this is just a bunch of explanations for why people are fucked up. I'm not going to get into it, but let me go back to this one here, and I'm going to show you guys this thread of this fucked up girl. Okay, here we go. So she goes, I've only got 3 minutes here left. Okay, so she goes, big us vibe. So meaning this is us. So this girl comes in and says, stop it, it's a big us mood. And then this guy says, y'all some thoughts, and he gets 15 likes. Yeah, there's some fucking thoughts. And then she says, actually, we're roasties, sweetie, sweaty. This guy says, how much for head? Sorry, Jacob, but as a man, I don't get to read all this dumb bullshit. Oh, baby's ahead. Okay, yeah. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. So then I come in and I say, oh, no, here we go. This comment right here. So she says, the king who finally understands us. So they're saying, so she's like, the king who understands us. And then I said, finally understands us. And she says, no need to be jealous. One day you'll understand women too. And I said, you aren't women, you're hoes. Get the fuck out of here. She says, awesome hoes at least. Technically we're awesome. Haha, just read your Facebook bio. Good one. Love how friendly fellow Facebook users are. So obviously they're trolling and just joking around, but still there's some truth to what they're saying. They're saying they want men with money. Yeah, anyway, I thought there was more to that, but so yeah, I might just end this actually. This is pretty cringe shit. So this is some things on my YouTube. Big dick or big wallet. This is by Jack Denmo. He goes on and interviews these dumb bitches.
Big dick or big wallet?
Big dick.
Holy fuck, big cock.
Wallet?
Dick.
Big wallet. Oh.
Look at these girls. They want money.
Little dick, big wallet.
She got her tits out. These girls want money, man. They want that guy to take care of them. It's hypergamy. Look at these sluts. Isn't it nice to be a slut in today's day and age? So nice, right? Just go out and get dick anytime you want it. This bitch is ugly. Right? And then they want money. These fucking dumb bitches.
Yeah, that's the last question we have.
No, I want more. I like questions.
Dumb bitches.
Big dick or big
This is
wallet?
what else is on my how to get out of the friend zone. Swiping on Bumble. Monogamy versus rotations, which is better. Boys, please stop pissing away your money on cars. This is the shit that's on my fucking YouTube.
Big dick.
These girls are all drunk and they want big dick.
Big dick or big wallet?
Big dick or what?
Why not both? See?
Hey.
They want everything. These fucking hoes. These dumb hoes want everything.
Well, there it is.
And she walks off. Okay, there's one more thing I wanted to say, but I'm about to run out of... where is it? Okay, this guy had a good comment. He says, that's not wise at all. Okay, so let me scroll up. Marrying for economic reasons is much wiser than marrying for sexual attraction. This guy says both are important, but in front of both should be intelligence. Fuck you, fuck you. This guy is perfect. He says that's not wise at all. That's financially savvy in view of very short-term advantage. The personal toll is likely to outweigh the financial advantage within years. Exactly. Making it poor judgment, not wisdom. Exactly. Not wise at all. Unless she plans to divorce rape him, which is common these days. Marrying for money is very foolish. You can't hug money. You can't cuddle money. You can't cuddle with money, and you can't be affectionate with money. Money can come and go, but love should last a lifetime. These guys saying she's smart are morons. Exactly.